Hello and welcome to the February 2021 edition of What It's Like to Live with a Classic Mini. In this vlog series, I go through the costs as well as the work required to keep my Classic Mini in tip-top shape. My Classic Mini is generally in very good condition. However, there are a few dents that detract from the overall look. So a while ago, I purchased a Dent Repair kit from Amazon and watched a few YouTube videos, and this month I decided to see if I could fix some dents. The tools required for this job from the kit included the glue gun and glue stick, the dent attachment for the correct size of your dent, the puller in its nice anodized finish, as well as what I will call the tapper and the hammer. There's more included in the kit, however this is what I used on this small dent. Here you can see the dent clearly when you look at the black and white wavy lines going through the middle of the dent. So the first part is to obviously ensure that the panel itself and the dent is clean of dirt and grime. Second step is using the small hammer and tapper. I lightly tapped around the dent. Watching the YouTube videos suggests that this helps relax the metal and releases any stresses in advance of the big pull. When you're ready to go, plug the glue gun in and give it some time, about 5 minutes, to warm up. Then apply the glue directly to the attachment tip. Remember to choose an attachment tip that fits snugly into the dent. Then wait 2 to 3 minutes for the glue to cool, but not so that it gets cold. Now the excitement starts. Attach the puller and ease the dent out. You can tell it was my first time, as I started pulling and it came off too quickly. The last part I have to say is the part that I enjoyed the least. Removing the glue from the body panel was a pain in the butt. It took way longer than I thought and required excessive elbow grease in my opinion. So for a first go, I'm pleased that the tool does what it's supposed to do. However, I need a better method for removing the glue quickly from the body. Whilst we've been working from home, although I don't need much of a reason to get the car out, I like to take the car to go and see some tourist sites in and around Toronto. This month I went to visit the Black Creek Pioneer Village in North York. Black Creek Pioneer Village is an immersive historical village that is the resting place for many buildings from the 1860s. I'd recommend taking the family, although of course it's closed at the moment. Just down the road from the village is the Aviva Centre, which is the home of the Rogers Cup, which is effectively the Canadian Wimbledon. This was last won in 2019 by Rafa Nadal and Canadian sweetheart Bianca Andreescu. Toronto really does have a lot to see. So I also managed to go down to the Humber River, which during fall or autumn is a great place to see the salmon run in the city. Along the way, I managed to find this cool Series 2, I think, Land Rover. So 2 Brits with 2 roof racks in Toronto. A Canadian winter is a relatively long time, and I'm already looking forward to the spring. When I do take the car out, I do try to make sure that it's nice and dry because there's plenty of salt. So looking at the numbers, in February I spent a 0 again, just as in January. And just like January, I also haven't fitted any parts. However, I did have a go at the dent removal as you saw earlier. Looking at the distance and fuel economy for the first 2 months of 2021, you can see that unfortunately the fuel economy has dropped again. I'm hanging around 22 miles per gallon. I've only managed to cover about 60 miles. I'm hoping with the lockdown easing and hopefully the weather improving, these numbers will both start to increase. I've also only taken 2 readings with the Sykes Picophant tool. And 2 readings of interest are the map sensor at idle with a relatively low 25 to 26 when it should be more about 30-32, as well as the battery volts at only 11.9. There is plenty of salt on the roads in Toronto during winter, so an absolute must when you take your car out is to give it a thoroughly good clean and try to wash off as much of the salt and grime as you can. You'll notice my number plate is at a wonky angle at the front. This is after hitting some snow on my way to work a couple of weeks ago. The one upside, it certainly made it a bit more aerodynamic. Thank you for watching. See you next month.